Hello, my name is Kim Knight, founder and director of the Emotional Alchemy Academy, and in this short video I'd like to share with you why emotions matter and why happiness is always an inside job. So to start with, I'd like you to imagine or remember a beautiful, perfect day where the weather was absolutely beautiful. Maybe you were going for a walk, maybe you were in your car, maybe you were at home. But inside you felt horrible. Maybe you were anxious, maybe you were stressed, maybe you were depressed, maybe upset. Maybe you'd had an argument with a partner or a dear friend or a family member or your children. Maybe you'd had something happen to you at work. Maybe you'd been chastised, judged, criticized, put down, bullied. Something happened to you. And despite the fact that there was this beautiful, glorious, sunshiny day outside, there was nothing that could make you feel happy inside. And then I'd like you to imagine that it's a really rainy day, pouring with rain, maybe it's windy, but you feel good inside. Even though the weather outside is absolutely horrendous, you feel peaceful and content inside. Now often we will think that the outside dictates the inside, but actually it's the opposite. The inside always dictates how we feel and how we experience the outer world. And this is why happiness is an inside job, and why the key to staying happy is always about managing our internal state, which means that we have the power to take control over our feelings and our happiness. So managing our internal state emotionally and also our stress is the key to our own happiness and also our health. Now, what tends to happen if we're not feeling good? Well, we're likely to turn to a number of external ways to make ourselves feel better. For example, turning to food and comfort eating. Or maybe we'll go shopping and buy that next item which will make us feel good for maybe a day or a week or a month. Maybe we'll go and buy a new house or maybe a new car. Maybe we'll turn to drink or smoking or drugs. Maybe we'll book a holiday which will make us feel great for the time that we're away, but then we have to face our life again as soon as we get back home. Maybe we'll whinge to our friends, or maybe we'll take it out on other people, or maybe we'll go to our friends for comfort, or maybe we'll bury our feelings by blotting them out with external distractions. But the problem is, all these ways of dealing with our feelings are temporary band-aids, and they don't last. And actually they can lead to much longer-term consequences. For example, depression, which is the unconscious depressing of emotions. So we have to remember it's a universal law that happiness is always an inside job. And what I learned through long, hard trial and error, and not knowing what I'm now sharing with you right now, is that chronic ongoing emotions and stress lead to much more severe problems. If we don't take care of our feelings, that's going to lead to deeper unresolved stress and unhappiness. And it's also going to lead to a repeat of our life problems, which keep repeating like that film Groundhog Day. We'll have problems maybe in relationships, at work, finances, family, children, partner. And then it can also lead, as I discovered, to serious mental and physical illness. So we need a better solution. Rather than trying to fix things on the outside or change things by changing things on the outside, we need to turn inwards and create the change from within, so that no matter what is going on in our external life, we can cope and even be content and happy, which means we need to take charge of our own well-being. And then, when we do this, this will lead to positive, lasting change, where your life transforms for good from the inside out. And this is all possible if you're willing to take ownership. So I've worked with a lot of people over the years, and here is just a snippet or a smattering of some of the success stories. So this lady, within weeks, went from being in a wheelchair to jogging, just by learning how to manage her emotions and reduce her stress and take back control of her life. And I have so many more stories like this, all of which you can see on my website. People recovering from chronic illnesses such as chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, irritable bowel syndrome, depression, anxiety. Going from being absolutely exhausted and unable to get out of bed to becoming a New Zealand champion. Physical fatigue disappearing in weeks. People telling me that if they'd not learned what I taught them, they may not even be alive. Couples telling me that if they'd not understood what they came to learn, they may not even still be together. And the reality is, all these people were able to achieve these results without external interventions. And what I mean by that is, they didn't have to take medication, they didn't have to take supplements, they weren't doing dietary change, although all of these things are sometimes important. But the change that they experienced was the result of changing from the inside out. And this is the power of our body-mind to self-heal. We have an extraordinary body-mind which is designed to self-heal and to create happiness and health. But we need the user manual, and that is what I give people. I give people a user manual. So as I said before, this is all possible if you're willing to take back control of your life and to invest a little time and energy into yourself. So there are 3 ways that you can get the results you're looking for. Firstly, personal coaching. Now this will always be the fast track to success. Just like if you have a personal trainer or a personal chef or a business mentor, you are always going to get the fastest results with personal coaching. The second way is through group online classes, which from time to time I run live events online so that you can join from anywhere in the world. And these have proven to bring very, very effective results. And the third way is DIY. I have a great selection of online DIY programs which you can access anytime and bring positive, lasting change into your life. So I invite you to go through the website and find what suits you best. And remember, happiness is always an inside job.